Assalamu alaikum, guys. It's me, Brennan White, also known as Sultan Ali, one of the local youth leaders using the internet to tell our stories and educate the world and create an archive for future generations within the ethnic Karsheriskian community for future generations, our descendants and allies to learn about us in our time today in the 2020s and learn about what our community is like. For those of you who are new here or who may be coming here because they heard slander about me, my family, or people in the Karsheriskian community, you might have heard something that you thought sounded bad and be coming here to leave a hateful comment. I should inform you all that the ethnic Karsheriskian community, Karsheriskian Creoles, Karsheriskian people, ethnic Karsheriskians, or even the Karsheriskian tribe, if you will, some of us do claim we are a tribe in the same way as the Melungeon community is known as the Lost Tribe of Appalachia. We are not claiming to be a Native American or Indigenous tribe or First Nation. We never have. We don't have any leader, elected or otherwise, who represents us all. Each individual in our community is entitled to their own opinion, and no one can speak on the behalf of an individual person. In the Karsheriskian community, we have a heavy emphasis on pluralism and individualism in our culture. There's a few of us who disagree with us, but the majority of us, we have these values and policies. We don't claim to be Creole except Karsheriskian Creole, as Creole as in we are a Creole people, we're mixed. Most of us are a mix of black and white, or white and Native American, or black, white, and Native American, genetically speaking. That does not mean we are an indigenous nation. It is up to First Nations and indigenous peoples of the Americas to determine who does and who doesn't belong to their nations. They are sovereign nations, and I respect that. So with this disclaimer out of the way, I would like to present to you this internet troll using my name and a profile photo of me when I was a kid, impersonating me, and also slandering me, claiming that I invented the term Karsheriskian, which I did not. It was coined in 1991 and I was born in 2005. And they're claiming I made threats to Woodside High School in Newport News, Virginia, a lie that was debunked within 24 hours of said lie being created way back in October 2023. The person who made those threats has already had legal action taken against them and was expelled. I have graduated from Woodside High School and have never been expelled. So this person's pretending to be me. They're slandering me, my family, my community, and they decided to use my name with the letters switched around, Win and Bright. This is one of the allies of Georgia Clyde Blair, as they call themselves on Facebook. That might not even be their real legal name. They're a leader of a group known as the Lake Mennonite Melungeons, or the Great Lakes Melungeon Nation, a group of Melungeons and people who identify as Melungeons who can trace their roots back to Appalachia, and Melungeon folks that came to the Great Lakes area into cities like Detroit and Rust Belt cities during the big boom of the auto industries in those areas. So this person has been slandering me, my family, and our whole community, and harassing us and getting their fans to harassing us, claiming Karsheriskian people claim to be an ancient civilization that's been erased and persecuted across many continents, claiming to be Lumbee, Métis, and Melungeon, and any kind of Creole other than our own group called Karsheriskian Creole. All of those claims are false about us. So I responded with,
Hello, Win and Bright. What's up?
"Hello, Win and Bright. Wink, wink, that's totally their real name. What's up?" And they said this: "Why do you hate your own Carmelite ancestry so badly that you're trying to invent a weird fringe group to separate yourself from your real heritage? Valley is Carmelite descended from Island Creek Melungeons like the Vances. You have real culture you can explore. Why make up and mislead people? Why forsake your true ancestors?" I do not descend from or represent the Carmel, Ohio Indian community, also known as the Carmelites, a mixed-race people whose heritage is hotly debated, even amongst the community themselves. They're a good people who survived racism and erasure. They originated in several settlements, especially in Carmel, Ohio, and many of them and their descendants have been dispersed around the U.S., just like the Great Lakes Melungeon community in the diaspora due to moving to big cities like Detroit for work opportunities. I don't descend from this community, neither does my adopted mom Valley, who identifies as white. Anyone who sees her would assume she's white because she has blonde hair and blue eyes and a pointed nose, stereotypically what we think of a white person would look like. And of course, that doesn't mean that a person isn't mixed and isn't anything but white, but that's how she identifies, and we are not aware of any of these connections this person claims she has. Her family is not from West Virginia or anywhere around this Highland Creek or the Island Creek Melungeons like the Vances. That's not her family. Her family was from Georgia. They moved up to Ohio when she married my adopted dad Sherman, who would be my biological cousin, a member of the Karcherskian community in London, Ohio. Most of the members in that city of our community have the last names White, Whitelow, Napper, and a few other last names too. Now, this being said, I told them how I wasn't a Carmelite and how our community and the Carmelite community, I told them about the Carmelite community, and I told them that I'm not inventing anything. They claim to have my family tree, which they don't because they just know information they got off Google about who I am and didn't even know those were my adopted parents and not my real parents. They continue trying to claim my adopted mom descended from a community that she doesn't, and claim that families in London, Ohio from the Karcherskian community aren't Karcherskian. They are. Our community is Karcherskian, and we know who we are and we recognize one another. We know who's not one of us, anyone claiming to be one of us who isn't from our community, and these people are from our community. The Whitelow family and the White family, this is my family. One of my uncles has the last name McCoy. I'm related to them through him. So this person just doesn't know what they're talking about. They're accusing me of time traveling back to 1991, before I was born, to create this. I told this person about my mom, how that wasn't my biological family, how I wasn't aware of any Melungeon connections in my family tree, and informed them how I, as well as my biological grandpa, were both adopted, so the people they probably think are our biological family, well, they are family, they're not actually our blood lineage, if that matters to them. They should just know that, to prevent confusion. They continue just claiming that I'm delusional without proof, just harassing me. I ask them to question me about any questions they had, or any concerns, or anything that I have to say that they don't believe in, so I could try to clear up any misunderstandings they have. But they didn't listen. This person claimed to be deaf and said they weren't able to call, which is a lie. They called my cousin Liliana, who said that this person sounded like, quote, a little white girl, end quote. And she thought that they sounded like they was younger than me and her, like a kid or a teenager still. And we aren't sure if this is Georgia Clyde Blair or just one of her fans. They're being a coward, hiding behind my profile. They started claiming to know my family, talking about towns I have family in and naming relatives and schools I graduated from, trying to scare me. You can pause and read anything here you want to see. I stood my ground and stood up and kept talking against them. They kept trying to say things about my adopted dad, and the information we're getting is online from his obituary and contradicts stuff that people know him in real life know, right? So this person, they just claimed that nobody in my family knows about the Karcherskian community, which is strange because we are the Karcherskian community. That's my family. That's what we're about. So I don't know what this person's yapping about here. And when I tried to confront them, they mentioned the names Blake and Brody, and I don't know who that is. This person is just looking up my name on website, finding anyone who has the same name as me and their relatives listed on websites with information about people, and trying to scare me, acting like they know people in my family, thinking it's gonna get something out of me. I never raised my voice or cursed at this person. I didn't give them the reaction they wanted. So eventually they left me alone. It's been nearly a day now. This person had been harassing me for a day or two, And in the past nearly 24 hours, 21 hours since they seen my last message to them, they have managed to just sit and leave me on red finally. I guess they gave up. So here's one of the trolls, or maybe it really might be a misinformed person, but even then, how do you not do research and just blindly believe anything people say about me and my family and my community that you see online? If they did some quick fact checking, they wouldn't be saying this, and that's why I believe they're a troll who's just trying to get on my nerves and waste my time. This is misinformation they're putting in Instagram DMs. I'm going to be focusing on websites and public Facebook posts where people are spreading misinformation because that's what they want to pop up in Google search results. They've been bragging that they made a website on medium.com calling me an Islamic terrorist, and that Google's AI summary, when you search something as Google, is naming me as being an Islamic terrorist because it's getting the information from their website. Like, yes, AI will summarize what you put online. That still doesn't make it true. These people are slandering me, they're being Islamophobic and very bigoted, and this is very harmful for not just our community, but other marginalized communities too. So I want to show you guys all my messages with this person. You can go through and pause anytime. If you have any questions about what I said or why I said anything, you can leave a comment in the comment section below. And God willing, hopefully I'll see it and be able to get to you. If I made any mistakes in how I should handle this troll, I dearly apologize. I've been so stressed out and all emotional in my feelings, shaking and breaking down in tears, because this person keeps talking about my dad who passed away, messing with me and my family, pretending to be me. They've gone on my Instagram account and followed everyone I was following, and they've been messaging friends and relatives of mine, spreading misinformation about me, calling me a terrorist and saying that I threatened to shoot up Woodside High School in Newport News, Virginia, which I didn't. The FBI knows and says I didn't. The police know and said I didn't. If they talk about it and aren't, being quiet for legal reasons, the school and staff at Woodside High School, whenever they do mention anything about it, they're saying that I didn't. Everyone involved in the case who investigated is saying I didn't. The school security guards are saying that I didn't. The teachers are saying that I didn't. The vast majority of the kids at school are saying I didn't. There's no evidence that I did. The kid who made those threats has been arrested and expelled. I graduated from that high school and got my diploma because I wasn't expelled. I don't know what else to say. This is libel, this is slander, this is impersonation, this is harassment, calling me a terrorist because I'm a Muslim and accusing me of extremism when I'm not and there's no proof is Islamophobia, it's bigotry, and it's not okay. And, well, yeah, that's that. What else do I need to say? That's all obvious. If you don't get it, I don't know what to tell you. You should get it if you have rational ability, the ability to ration. Inshallah ta'ala. Thank you.